And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lucas Thompson. I'm going to be telling you about L5 Global, FUBARD, and the history behind how this developed. As in most cases, we are typically defined by our childhood, and in my case, at 7 years old, unfortunately, my father passed.
I had to figure out how to manage suffering, how to deal with it, because it'd be part of my life forever. In order to deal with it, I had to be able to conquer it.
And so I had to grow up pretty quick. And as a 9-year-old, I worked on farms and grew up playing as many sports as I could, try to fill that void in my life. I joined the military at 17 years old without really knowing what I wanted to do.
Now, Lloyd, what are your plans for the future?
You mean my career?
Post-military, I got into sales and marketing where I helped grow quite a few different big brands, such as Countrywide Home Loans, Ginger People, and Buy Brands. Buy Brands sold for over $1.7 billion. Although I enjoyed the aspect of building brands, I realized that corporate value as an employee was limited. And so my true value was to create and sell my own brand. While searching for my next venture, I stumbled upon a program called the Veterans Entrepreneurship Program, or VEP, out of the University of Florida, Warrington College of Business. VEP stands for Veterans Entrepreneurship Program, and that program instigated the next chapter of my life, and I knew at that point I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
And maybe the culture you grew up with suppressed that in school. Like, what's your read right now at a young age?
I went back to school to acquire my bachelor's degree in administration, and after graduating, I continued my education with Illinois Media School. While completing my digital marketing certificate, I also completed a program by Clark Construction called the Strategic Partnership Program, where I learned to bid on contracts and how to better position myself and our company to place itself in the best position to win. In addition to that, on July 6th of 2022, I started my own SDVOSB, and for those of you who don't know what that is, an SDVOSB is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. That put me and our company in a position to where we could leverage set-aside contracts allocated by government resources. I knew that my talents were in construction, IT-related services, business administration, and marketing. I also knew that my education piece was complete for the time being, so I knew that I was ready to start bidding on contracts. To date, in the IT field, as an SDVOSB, we are in process of now bidding on our first government contract for the North Chicago Captain James A. Lovell Healthcare Center. With the administration and marketing piece, we've helped Next Level Custom Brick grow to over 400% for year 2022. And we are in process of putting together a quote for a local chiropractor company for online media and digital organic growth. As a construction company, we have partnered with Vertison and Velocity, who are a drywall and painting company, and are in process of putting together our first proposal for our first set-aside contract. Lastly, after all the education programming I had acquired, being a veteran, I knew I wanted to give back to veterans and veteran family members. I also knew that most veterans, including myself, struggled with the understanding of what benefits are and what we qualify for, and just how important of an impact that can have on our lives. And that's when I knew I had to start FUBARD. FUBARD is a podcast designated for veterans, from a veteran, and we're in process of creating that and developing that right now. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow all of our channels and all of our sites. Semper Fi and Hoorah.